Okay, this identification is on the book Mein Kampf, and very much in stark opposite to Anne Frank's wonderful diary. This book was written by Adolf Hitler, and it was really basically his ranting for many pages, um, and his many different hatreds. He actually wrote this book, Mein Kampf, My Struggle is what it means. He actually wrote this book uh, about 15 years before World War II. He was not the ruler of Germany at the time, but he had tried to start a revolution, a coup or a takeover of Germany in 1923, which was failed, and he was arrested and sentenced to prison for 5 years. He actually served a little less than a year. But while he was in prison, he wrote this book, Mein Kampf. Um, and it's not a diary. It's a book of his beliefs, and he wrote down all of his beliefs. And he rants and raves, and he in the book he talks about how he hates Jews and they should be abolished from the world. But he also talks about how democracies are weak. The United States is weak, and that all democracies are weak, and that he believes that um, a dictatorship or a national socialist dictatorship is the best form of government, and that he believes that rule of people should be brutal, and that democracy should be eliminated, as well as political opponents, and that all Jews should be killed, along with a number of other hatreds. So this is the book he wrote, called Mein Kampf. Um, Here's a picture of the short trial that he was sent to prison. He had tried to have a revolt. He had many followers, and actually his arrest gave him quite a bit of publicity in Germany, which years later actually helped him with name recognition. Here's some of the other thugs he was with at the time. Okay, so he wrote this book. I mean, obviously deranged ideas, but to him, obviously, he believed in these ideas, and he fantasized about one day ruling Germany, which incredibly did come true. In 10 years after he wrote the book, he ran in one of the few elections in German history, and he won with a third of the vote, but he won in 1933, but it was a higher vote percentage than others because there were many candidates. Once he was elected as what we would call the president or the leader of Germany, he then dismissed democracy and killed all his opponents in government, all murdered and killed, and then he took power in Germany, uh, and had a group of thugs kill all of his opposing politicians, and then he gained extreme power and rule with an iron fist. And then after in the 33, and then he built up the military, and by 39 he started World War II, and based much of his ideas on his old book Mein Kampf. So that's the story of the book Mein Kampf.